Good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you to Loyola Blakefield. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. It's senior day. It's the Dons versus the Avalon School. So, Joe, big game today for the Dons. Tough loss against Mount St. Joe last week. What are some of the things that they can improve on this week to get the W?
I think they just need to look on keep executing their bread and butter plays, making sure they're opening up the holes for sophomore running back Adrian Russell, and making sure sophomore quarterback Jordan Moore can get his passes off. And as they look to get back into the win column after 2 straight losses.
And a really great moment here. We'll get to see the seniors. It's their final home game as a Don. We'll get to see them come out. Loyola had 13 seniors on the team this year.
And it looks like they're bringing out the underclassmen, the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to form a tunnel for the seniors to come out of.
And I got a chance to discuss just what it means to play football at Loyola with all the seniors on the team, and they had some really great things to say. And Joe, it seems as if you know what it feels like to play football here. How rewarding is it?
Definitely. Even being on the JV team, it's definitely an experience and such a reward having that privilege of putting on that L and being able to represent this great school.
And Thomas Kern coming out onto the field. And I got a chance to ask him what it means to play, and he said, "From playing football at Loyola, I've learned so many important life lessons that will stick with me throughout the rest of my life. Lessons such as believing in God, mental toughness, teamwork, never giving up, and when times get tough, always turn to your teammates." Jeffrey Snyder suiting up today despite the injury. He said, "Playing football at Loyola means representing the entire school community. It is a huge responsibility, and it is not easy, but it is something I relish every day." And Jeffrey will get the chance to come out of the tunnel, be congratulated by his teammates. Caleb Sanders coming out. And Mason Rush coming out onto the field. He says, "When I put on that blue and gold, wear that L, I think about the thousands of good men who have played before me. I think about how rich of a football history Loyola has, and I aspire to bring us back to that greatness. I love being part of something way bigger than myself, and I really want to win the Turkey Bowl. That's why I play, for that one game of glory. A win in that single game could turn this team and community around." Andy Jorez coming out onto the field. "Playing football for Loyola has been an amazing experience. I have created many friendships with my teammates that will last a lifetime. I am looking forward to playing one last football season for Loyola, along with playing against Calvert Hall in the Turkey Bowl this Thanksgiving." Ty Pierce being congratulated by his teammates and the coaches. Colby Young, "Playing football at Loyola is more than just a sport. It's family that supports each other in everything." Jordan Elbert coming out into the field. When asked about what it means to play here, he said, "The team is all about brotherhood and family. We have each other's backs, and that's what it's all about. It's been a great season so far, and we are going to go only up from here." Midio Bucci stepping onto the field, slapping the hands of his teammates. He said, "Football was a start to a great time at Loyola. It's what first taught me what a Don was." Alex Chachula coming out into the field. "Playing football means a lot. You get to meet new people and make friendships for life. It is a lot of hard work, but wearing the L makes it worth it." And Bennett Troy coming out now onto the field. He said, it means I carry on the tradition of Loyola football. I didn't know what to expect freshman year, but after hearing from alumni, it made me realize the legacy of Loyola football." Offensive lineman Adam Will coming onto the field. "Playing football at Loyola for me is more than just the sport. It is the idea of forming a family bond with kids I may not talk to otherwise. Football has helped me throughout my high school experience and will continue to impact my college experience as well." And lastly, Trevor Madigan gets his moment. And really great to see here the seniors' hard work being recognized. It's a very special day for them. And we'll be back in just a little bit for the start of the game. welcome all of you back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. We're just a couple minutes away here from kickoff. And Joe, as we're about to get underway here, what are some key players on the from the Dons that really going to have an impact on today's matchup?
Definitely sophomore quarterback Jordan Moore is going to have a big effect looking to pass the ball, but also as a dual threat quarterback, be able to make plays with his legs. Adrian Russell is also going to be looking to have a big day, as he's been a little slow running the ball, but can make big plays with his legs. And senior captain, offensive lineman Adam Will is coming back from an injury. It will be his first game back in about 3 weeks.
And the Black Knights will receive the kickoff. Both sides are getting ready, and this matchup's just about to get underway. Connor Gill on the field to kick off for the Dons. Here's the kickoff from Gill, and we are underway. It's a great afternoon for football here at Blakefield. It's a deep kick. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, so a nice kick there by Connor Gill.
A great way you want to start off your game there with a nice deep touchback from your kickoff. Hopefully can give some momentum to your defensive players and hopefully make a big stop.
So the Loyola defense now on the field. And the first play from scrimmage today, it's a handoff. And the Dons defense is on it. Gain of about 3 on the play. Making that stop on that play was Thomas Kern.
Good job there by Loyola's defensive line and linebackers, closing that hole quickly, only allowing Amir Jordan to get about 2 yards on that carry.
Here's the snap, and again it's a handoff. Big gain this time. Out to the 45, and cutting it loose now, 50, 40 down to the 30, and finally out of bounds around the 25. Amir Jordan with a big run there. And Joe, what you see there from Avalon, that was they picked up a big gain on that play.
It looks like their center and left guard opened up a wide hole, and Amir Jordan found space, and Bench Life wasn't able to make the tackle on that first play. And Jordan found a nice hole, gained solid yards, and got to about the 27 of Loyola.
Clay Vance, the quarterback for Avalon, hasn't thrown a pass yet. And again, it's a handoff. The Loyola defense is on it. It was Anton Reed getting that carry. Still moving the pile and fights forward for a couple of extra yards. Impressive effort there by Reed. And the snap to Vance. Back to throw, and he's got his man over the middle. Touchdown, Avalon. Lavelle Armstead.
Great touch pass there by Clay Vance, finding Armstead wide open down the seam, as Loyola's linebacker and safety had a little bit of miscommunication, weren't able to pick it up on time, as Lavelle Armstead went in untouched into the end zone.
Impressive drive there by Avalon, and they lead 6-0 here early on.
It looks like they'll bring in freshman Josh Pitzenberger for the extra point.
Kick was nearly blocked, but it's through the uprights. So early on, 7-0 Black Knights. So the Loyola offense, led by Jordan Moore, will come out now onto the field. And Joe, Loyola looking for a response here as they were just scored on. What do you think they're going to do offensively here to try to get those 7 points back?
Looks like I think they're going to have to spread the field and look to make big plays in the passing game. And hopefully by spreading that ball out, find room with Adrian Russell.
And that is the one thing that we talked about last week. Loyola's offense normally getting a lot of its scores off big plays, 20, 30, 40-yard plays. Last week against Mount St. Joe, there were none of those plays. So they'll look for more of them this week. Back deep for Loyola is 34, Micah Robinson, number 5, Jordan Moore.
And it looks like Loyola's kick return team is going to be moving over, and it looks like Avalon might be doing an onside kick.
And it is an onside kick. The ball is in the air, and it's picked up. So Loyola will start with good field position here around the 43-yard line. Interesting decision there by Avalon to attempt the onside kick. And Joe, that's a really nice momentum booster there by Loyola. For Loyola, they're going to get the ball near midfield here.
Definitely.
Moore in the backfield with Russell to his left. Trips receivers to the left towards the bottom of the screen. Read option, and Moore is down in the backfield. Really nice awareness there by this Avalon defense. So that's a loss of 2 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 12. Kean Callahan now coming onto the field. And he'll replace Noah Bull.
Great job on that play defensively by DeAndre Clifton, breaking through that line and stopping Jordan Moore for a loss of about 2 yards.
Adrian Russell gets the carry, and he finds himself a few yards. So solid pickup there for Loyola, and it's 3rd down. Trips toward the bottom of the screen. Moore with Russell to his right. It's a screen pass for Russell, and he's hit immediately. Really nice play. The ball comes out, but the play is going to be whistled dead. So this Black Knights defense with a really impressive stand, Joe.
Definitely. It looked like Jaden Ashby, the senior corner, read that screenplay perfectly and stopped it for a loss. It'll be 4th down, and Loyola will bring out junior punter Connor Gill.
Snap, and Gill gets it away. It's a nice punt. Satchel McKinney on the return. McKinney making moves. He's at the 40 and the 50, and this is going to be a touchdown for the Black Knights. McKinney inside the 10, and he jogs into the end zone for the Black Knight touchdown.
Loyola had a good punt on that play by Connor Gill. Just wasn't able to secure a great coverage on that. And it looked like McKinney made a good move on junior linebacker Thomas Bethune and broke through a hole and went completely untouched into the end zone.
So a really impressive start here for Avalon. They lead 13-0 with just 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Avalon's going for 2 on this play, it looks like. Interesting formation here. And the snap is jumbled, and Loyola's on it. Thomas Kern in the backfield.
Honestly, I don't know what Avalon was looking to do there as they split all their linemen out wide, leaving freshman long snapper Daniel Santos, their kicker, Josh Pitzenberger, and Clay Vance just sitting there, waiting for 5 Loyola defenders to come at him. And it was with Vance fumbling that snap, he was just a sit and duck.
So a nice little momentum boost there for the Dons. Once again, Moore and Micah Robinson back to receive this kick. And still a lot of time for Loyola to turn things around here. A little bit of a slow start. Now Loyola's going to shift it a little bit, anticipating another onside kick here by Avalon. It's a pooch kick. And it's fielded.
Loyola once again starting off with great field position at about the 44-yard line of Avalon, with Mason Rush calling a fair catch there.
And Joe, you got to wonder, what's Avalon thinking here? They're not even really making an effort to go after the ball.
I don't know. It looks like they might be doing a lazy effort of an onside kick, but they're just not giving that effort, and it gives Loyola great field position.
Trips receivers again to the bottom of your screen. Russell. Big hole for Russell. And he's dragged down. There was a lot of room for him to work with on that play. The Black Knights just barely stop a big gain there. But nonetheless, a solid run on first down.
Great job by Russell there, finding that open hole as he ran behind his 2 linemen, Michael Lotz and Phil Florenzo, and outside wide receiver Henry Tolker securing blocks, giving Russell a great hole.
3 receiver look here for Loyola. Callahan shifts. Play action. Moore designed rollout. And pass off the hands of Noah Bull.
Great job there by Moore, getting outside of the pocket and finding Bull. Just Bull's not able to secure that pass. Third down. Looks like they've brought in junior wide receiver Keegan Pross, who's coming off an injury.
Trips receivers again, with Pross at the top of the screen by himself. Now motion. They're going to try to run, and Moore is stopped. And we're going to see if he got the first down. They say yes, so the Dons are going to get a fresh set of downs to work with here right around midfield. And they're now in Avalon territory.
Well-designed play there by Loyola, looking for a misdirection with Adrian Russell, having him lead block for Jordan Moore up the middle.
Snap to Moore, and the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Ben Schleif right there. Schleif had a nice game last game, caught a few passes.
And that'll be a timeout, Avalon.
And Avalon takes a short timeout, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And we welcome all of you back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge, giving you coverage of the senior game here at Loyola. Moore takes the snap. Play action, pass caught over the middle by Bull, and he's hit. So a nice gain there for Loyola, just a couple more yards, and they'll be in field goal range.
Great job by Moore there, using the RPO perfectly and reading that pass as he's able to find Noah Bull open across the middle.
Moore with Russell to his right, 2 receivers on each side. Moore, pressure, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to run with it. And he goes down after a pretty solid gain. Joe, good improvising there by Jordan Moore.
Definitely. Moore's done a great job this season of improvising when that pocket collapses and there aren't any receivers open, being able to make plays with his legs.
Trips receivers to the right of Jordan Moore. Pross to his left, and Russell in the backfield with him. Now a shift. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Russell. And that's a pretty solid gain there for the Dons. And now they're in field goal range. Now a substitution here. Joshua Buck's going to come off the field. Kean Callahan coming on.
Adrian backside! Adrian backside!
So the Dons with a little bit of extra protection for Jordan Moore. Moore design rollout, pressure in the backfield. Moore steps up, makes something out of nothing here, and looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage.
It looks like there was a miscommunication there between Jordan Moore and Adrian Russell, as Adrian Russell ran out but wasn't looking back for a pass, as Jordan Moore was eventually sacked. Looks like it will be about 3rd and 9 from the Avalon 33.
Russell in motion, and they look his way. A little bit of an errant throw by Moore there, so the drive stalls. And we'll see. It's just going to be a little bit of a tough field goal.
If they decide to kick it, it will be a 50-yard field goal, which will be at the top of where Caleb Sanders can kick his field goals from. But it looks like they're going to be going for it at 4th and 9.
4 receivers, 2 on each side for Loyola. The man in motion is Schleif. Moore steps up in the pocket, looks over the middle. And that one's going to go incomplete, so Avalon will get the ball back, up 13-0. So, Joe, what did you think about that call there by Loyola? Would you have kicked the field goal or would you have gone for it?
I think I agree with Coach Zayu on going for that because it's a little bit out of Caleb Sanders' range and about max of where he's been able to kick it from. So you kind of had to go for it there, and it's too close to the end zone to punt. But they had a smart play of running all verts on that play of motion, bench life across. Just Noble unable to catch the ball, but he was wide open across the middle as Moore was able to find him.
And here's the snap, and we're going to get a flag before the play.
It looks like it will be a false start on Avalon. That'll back them up to about 1st and 15 from their own 28-yard line. Both teams in this game hopefully looking to minimize penalties. So it will be a play action. Vance will throw a deep ball.
And it's going to be hauled in. Really nice play there. Corey McCow there on the catch.
Great job by Vance there, running a perfect play action out of the wishbone formation, finding McCow running down the field as he was able to put it just over freshman cornerback Noah Bull.
So once again, Avalon finds themselves in Loyola territory.
And it looks like Loyola has brought in sophomore Jordan Moore to play cornerback as they've taken out Noah Bull.
And it's going to be another handoff. Not much of a gain right there. Anton Reed got the carry. So Joe, Avalon going with the wishbone formation on this drive.
Yeah, they're looking to mix it. It seems that they're looking to mix it up there. Provide a different look on each drive so far for Loyola. Looking to see what they'll react to do on offense, or excuse me, defense.
Vance again lining up. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. And 1 receiver on each side. And it's a triple option here, and it's a pitch. Looking to get the edge outside is Amir Jordan, and he's brought down.
Great job there by sophomore linebacker Joshua Buck, reading that perfectly, coming around the backside and chasing down Amir Jordan. Joshua Buck has had amazing speed, especially in this season, chasing guys down from the backside.
And so that brings us to 3rd down. Clay Vance getting the play call from the sideline. And Avalon breaks the huddle. Pretty big play here, Joe. Loyola really wants to get a stop to get that ball back.
Definitely, if they make this stop, Avalon will have to go for it on 4th down.
Pressure in the backfield, and they got him. It's Kean Callahan making the big play.
Great job by Callahan there. There's looked to be a little bit of confusion on the Avalon offense as Vance ran 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So the big play there for the Dons. The Black Knights, no question, now out of field goal range, and it looks like they'll be forced to go for it on 4th down. Some quick substitutions here. Alex Chachula comes onto the field. Michael Lott's going off.
And it looks like they'll also bring off Phil Florenzo and bring in senior Colby Young.
Here's the snap. A lot of time to throw for Vance. He throws and broken up by Micah Robinson. So Avalon turns it over on downs. Loyola takes over.
Great defensive play there by Micah Robinson as he sees that pass is lofted up, as he's able to jump up and just block that down and give Loyola great field position at about their own 43-yard line.
So Loyola here, they got to get something going on this drive. Time here in the first quarter winding down. We've gone under 2 minutes. Moore with Russell to his right. Russell gets the handoff. It's going to be a reverse. And now looking to throw. The pass is intercepted. Picked off around midfield. Callahan brings him down. So Loyola goes to a trick play, and it does not work. So Avalon gets the ball right around where their drive stalled last time.
Great job there by number 27, Alexander Bell, reading that play perfectly, as he saw Jordan Moore coming out of the backfield and Mason Rush coming around, as it was easily picked off as he jumped it.
And that's a big momentum shifter now. Avalon, no question, in control of this game. And they've got a chance to really get a big lead early in this one. There's the snap, and the handoff is to Reed.
Looks like Avalon's now using senior quarterback Benny Barnes Jr. as he hands the ball off to Anton Reed for a solid pickup of about 5 yards.
Two receivers toward the bottom of the screen for Avalon. And that pass is just a little bit too far in front of Elijah Smoot there.
It looks like Barnes looked to rush that pass a little bit and overthrew Smoot by about 6 inches as Smoot had to reach for it. But it'll now be a 3rd and 5 from the Loyola 34-yard line.
Big down here for the Dons. Pressure coming off the edge, and he's got his man, Todd Simmons, for the first down. So the Black Knights move the sticks. Nice throw by Benny Barnes, recognized the pressure, stepped up in the pocket, and delivered a strike.
You can see there Simmons sitting down right in between linebackers Joshua Buck and Emilio Bucci, getting the good yardage and first down for Avalon.
And here's the handoff, big hole for Reed, makes his move, bouncing it out to the left side, and he'll be taken down inside the 10, near the 5. Josh Buck there made the stop. So it's going to be first and goal for Avalon. Handoff again to Reed, and this time he stopped. Phil Florenzo was in the backfield there along with Alex Chachula.
It looks like Avalon's been using Anton Reed as more of a power back, as a bigger running back at 6'1", 200 pounds. He's providing a great complement to the smaller, speedy running back in Amir Jordan, who's only 5'7" and 170 pounds.
And time runs out in the first quarter. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. Avalon leads Loyola 13-0.
Loyola Blakefield has educated boys in the Jesuit tradition since 1852. Each year, another group of us leaves the hollow as men for others with unlimited potential. We forge our own paths, spreading far and wide to make our mark upon the world. We represent multiple generations and possess unique gifts. But all Dons are bound by one common thread, a transformation that was kindled right here at Loyola Blakefield. As we go forth and set the world on fire, we must never forget where that spark came from. Together, we must lay the foundation for future generations of Loyola Dons. Together, we will ignite.
And we welcome all of you back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. Start of the second quarter here on Senior Day. Loyola trails the Avalon Black Knights. So Avalon's got the ball, really, really good field position on the 9-yard line. And they're looking to punch this one in. Two running backs in the backfield. Play action pass and a flag. And they're going to call a false start on Avalon, so that'll push them back a little bit.
You can definitely see a false start on that play as one of the interior linemen jumped that count a little early. That was going to make that block.
And that's a lucky break for Loyola there. Corey McCowd was wide open in the end zone.
Avalon's definitely been looking at McCowd in this game, right up the seam for some great passes.
Two receivers on the left side. Or correction, one receiver on each side. Play action pass again, looking to the end zone and threw it where nobody could get it.
It looks like Barnes was looking for Corey McCowd once again, but he was covered by freshman safety Ben Schleif. Schleif went to make a play on that ball, just couldn't make it. And it looks like Loyola's brought back in senior defensive end Colby Young.
So it's third and goal for Avalon. Michael Robinson and Elijah Smoot one-on-one. towards the top of your screen, and this time they do hand it off, and Loyola's all over it. It's Bucci on the stop. So a nice defensive play there for Loyola. And it's going to be 4th down.
Looks like Avalon's going to go for it.
Interesting call here by Avalon.
Looks like Avalon might not be trusting their kicker that much to make this about 30-yard field goal.
And you got to think, Joe, this is a pretty smart move here for Avalon. They're giving Loyola pretty bad field position if they don't get this. And if they do, then they pick it up. Barnes looking to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's brought down. Blue jerseys everywhere. So really a nice stand there by the Loyola defense.
Great job there by your right side defensive linemen, Michael Lotz and Colby Young, breaking through that line and getting to Barnes and making him take the sack.
So Michael Lotz making the big play. So the Dons offense now back on the field. 2 receivers split on each side. Russell and Moore in the backfield. Mason Rush in motion. Moore, it's a pitch to Russell. Tries to get the crease on the outside.
Great job there by Avalon linebackers reading that option and being able to stop Russell for a gain of about 1.
It's going to be 2nd and 9. Moore alone in the pocket. Quick throw, caught, Noah Bull tries to turn it to the outside. So Loyola picks up a couple yards on that play, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Smart pass there by Moore. It looks like there was a miscommunication on Avalon's defense as player was running across the field last minute. Wasn't able to stop Bull.
Henry Tolker now coming onto the field for the Dons. Micah Robinson in the backfield replacing Adrian Russell. Moore. Here's the snap. Moore steps up, can't find anybody, dumps it off. Micah Robinson. And he's brought down. Small gain there on that play.
Looks like Moore went to check that down as he couldn't find any receivers with that pocket collapsing, so he found Micah Robinson there. Looks like they'll bring back on the punt team with junior punter Connor Gill.
And Joe, we're in the 2nd quarter of this game. The Avalon defense obviously showing it is on its game today. What have they been able to do?
They've just been able to provide a solid rush on Moore and have been able to force Russell and Moore to bounce it outside.
So penalty on Avalon, too many men on the field. It's a 5-yard penalty, and wow, very costly penalty there for the Black Knights. Loyola gets a 1st down, Joe.
Yeah, and that definitely benefits Loyola as on that play, that snap went over Connor Gill's head as it looked like it was a bad snap by long snapper Medio Bucci. Gladly benefits Loyola as they get a new start on this drive.
So the Dons are going to look to capitalize now on the mistake by Avalon. Handoff, Micah Robinson, room to run. Robinson, big play. Micah Robinson, the freshman.
There's a flag on the play, but great job by Robinson finding that hole on the outside there and being able to bounce it upfield.
And looks like this one's coming back. So really unfortunate. That was a nice run by Micah Robinson. But Loyola is going to be deep in their own territory now.
Looks like it'll be first and about 23 for Loyola, as they will be going from their own 11-yard line, looking to score.
Robinson stays in the backfield, whistles. It's going to be an official timeout.
As it looks like the officials are talking to Avalon's coaches.
And it looks like some confusion here. Coach Zayu is going to come out and talk to the officials.
And I'm not sure what they're doing here, Carson. But it looks like they're bringing out the chains. And it looks like they're bringing the chains to the other side of the field. And they're bringing them onto Loyola's sideline.
So we're ready to resume play now. Moore with Micah Robinson with him in the backfield. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Tolker with one-on-one coverage on the top. Motion, bench life. Moore gets the snap. Screen pass in the under through Micah Robinson there.
Looks like that screen pass was open, but Moore underthrew Robinson as it bounces at Robinson's feet. Now it'll be second at about 23 for Loyola.
So Loyola really deep in their own territory here. Three receivers to the right of Jordan Moore. And two to his left. He's by himself here in the backfield. Moore steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Really nice job there by that Avalon defensive line. They're all over it.
Looks like it will be a loss of 2 on that play.
So third and about 25 here for the Dons.
Looks like Moore was looking for one of his receivers, couldn't find him, and had to get out of that pocket. But 2 Avalon defenders were able to grab him as he attempted to escape.
And a whistle before the play.
Looks like it'll be a delay of game on Loyola, on Jordan Moore. Looks like Moore was just having a mental lapse there. As it now be 3rd and 30 for Loyola at their own 5-yard line.
So one thing, an issue that now presents itself is a safety. And 4 receivers set here for Loyola. Micah Robinson in the backfield with Moore. Bench life again in motion. Moore gets a snap and another flag. And it's going to be a false start on Loyola.
Loyola just having penalty after penalty on this drive, driving them backwards. Looks like it will be 3rd and about 33 now for Loyola. Coach Zayu definitely is not happy after how this drive is going for him. especially after getting that ball back after the punt.
And it's a handoff. Micah Robinson bounces it to the outside, breaks a couple of tackles. He's out around the 15-yard line. So Loyola's going to have a little bit of a more comfortable punt now, but Avalon will get the ball back. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
It looks like just on that play, Loyola was trying to get out of their own end zone. Hopefully to get some yards, be able to comfortably punt the ball.
Connor Gill again on to attempt this punt. Pressure in the backfield. Punt was nearly blocked, but he gets it away. Pretty good punt. It'll be down right near midfield.
And good job there by Loyola's punt coverage team. Being able to get around that ball, making sure nobody from Avalon touched that.
Benny Barnes, wishbone formation. Play action. Looking deep down the field. He's got a man. Overthrew him by a couple of yards. He was looking for Elijah Smoot.
Good look there by Barnes as he thought he saw Smoot going wide open. But Micah Robinson and Bench Life, both freshmen, making great coverage on that play and getting near that ball.
Wishbone formation again. Downs bring pressure. Snap is bobbled. And the Black Knights somehow turn it into a gain. Anton Reed making something out of nothing there. That play was a disaster, and he turned it into a small gain there for the Black Knights. So it'll be third down. They're in Loyola territory.
It looks like Loyola has brought back on Michael Lotz and now sophomore Trey Oakley in at defensive end.
Benny Barnes again, wishbone formation. One receiver on each side of him. It's a play action. And he's got his man. Stiff arm. Finally brought down by Kern. And again, it's Elijah Smoot with the catch.
Great move, but there by Smoot being able to create space off of Micah Robinson and sit down for that pass and getting a nice gain.
Barnes gets the call from the sideline. Lavelle Armstead and Smoot on the bottom of the screen lined up. It's a handoff. Looking to bounce to the outside is Reed. Makes a really nice move. Breaks a couple of tackles. Still going. And he is in. Touchdown. Wow, really impressive run there by Anton Reed. And the Black Knights extend their lead.
Reed's definitely proved himself here as a power running back, being able to break through multiple tackles on that play, get on the outside, and being able to capitalize to give the Knights now a 19-point lead. It looks like Avalon has still brought out that unusual formation.
And there will be 3 or 4 Loyola defenders with 1 blocker for the Black Knights. Here's the snap. And did he get in? Yes, he did. Clay Vance. So the trickery works there. And it's 21-0 Avalon.
Definitely Vance was able to fake out one of our Loyola defenders by faking a pass to the outside, being able to keep it into the end zone, barely though.
And here's the kickoff. Moore and Robinson await the kick. And again, short kick fielded by Kevon Anderson. Anderson running with it. And he gets out to around the 35-yard line.
Great run there by Kevon Alpha Anderson, being able to break through quite a few tackles and get good yardage as it will be Loyola's ball on the 35-yard line.
So Loyola's offense is going to set up shop.
It looks like Loyola is going to be going to a 3-receiver set with Micah Robinson in at the backfield and Callahan in at fullback.
So Callahan, as you said, Joe, lining up at fullback. Robinson with Moore in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Keegan Pross at the bottom. He's got one-on-one coverage, and they look Pross's way, and he was not ready for it. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there for the Dons as Moore threw it before Pross was expecting, and he hadn't quite finished his route.
It looks like Pross was looking to go and make a block there instead of turning around to catch a pass. It's a mental lapse there by Pross.
Adrian Russell coming into the game again. We didn't see much of him last drive. Moore looking to hurry things up a little bit. Callahan still in the backfield. They call Russell's number. Solid gain out near the 40.
And a great run there by Russell, being able to make a gain of about 4. Give him a third and manageable of about 6 yards. And that's what Russell's been doing best this season, giving Loyola some manageable runs to get them into manageable distance.
Micah Robinson now checks back into the game. Keegan Pross at the bottom of your screen. He's got one-on-one coverage. Handoff is to Robinson. Tries to use that speed to get to the outside, and he's thrown down in the backfield. Making the big play for Avalon was TJ Ward.
Looks like Loyola will have to punt once again.
So Loyola at about the 40-yard line is going to send this one away. Satchel McKinney deep for the Black Knights to receive this punt from Connor Gill. Punt was nearly blocked. And it's going to roll, no return on that one. So Avalon has about 4 minutes to make something happen here at the end of the first half.
Great job there by Loyola, making that quick decision to punt it to the opposite side of the field and get that off quickly before it was blocked by big defensive end Carlo Jones.
And Joe, we're approaching the end of this first half here. Avalon, no question, in control of this game. What have you seen from them that's been able what have they done that's made them able to have this 21-point lead?
They've been able to provide such a great rush on defense that's forced Loyola to not be able to make any plays. As you can see, Clay Vance there getting out of bounds, but being launched by Bennett Trarig.
So Trarig delivering the big hit there.
With Avalon providing that great rush on defense, it's been making Moore try to force his passes and get out of the pocket. It just hasn't been working for Loyola so far.
And it looks like Clay Vance is now going to be playing quarterback. So Vance and Benny Barnes both getting playing time here for Avalon. And a whistle before the play can even get started. And Avalon takes a timeout. And we will also take a timeout. We'll be right back to bring you the coverage at the end of the first half.
Loyola Blakefield has educated boys in the Jesuit tradition since 1852. Each year, another group of us leaves the hollow as men for others with unlimited potential. We forge our own paths, spreading far and wide to make our mark upon the world. We represent multiple generations and possess unique gifts. But all dons are bound by one common thread, a transformation that was kindled right here at Loyola Blakefield. As we go forth and set the world on fire, we must never forget where that spark came from. Together, we must lay the foundation for future generations of Loyola dons. Together, we will.
And we welcome all of you back to Hardigan Field. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. Just under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half on senior day. Avalon with the ball. Play action. Pressure getting to him. He's hit as he throws down the field, and it is nearly intercepted by Jordan Moore. It was in and out of his hands. Elijah Smoot was the intended target there. And a really nice play by Kean Callahan to get in the backfield. Clay Vance got rocked on that play as he threw it.
Clay Vance has also been helping our Loyola's defensive backs by lofting some of those deep passes, making them easier to play defensively, and giving us almost 2 picks.
And on third down, Joe, this is a crucial situation here for Loyola. You got to get a stop, try to get the ball back, get some points.
Definitely. Especially since we're already down 21-0 with only 3:37 remaining in the first half. We got to make a big stop.
Wishbone formation. Vance back to throw. Sees his target and he underthrew him. It was Mason Rush and Jordan Moore on the coverage.
And it looks like Avalon is going to bring out their punt team, as it is 4th and about 6.
And they are in their own territory. And Jordan Moore is going to go back to return this punt.
Moore is definitely going to be looking to make a play on this punt return, hopefully giving Loyola some sort of more momentum going into this drive.
And the punt is away. Michael Lotz was in the backfield, may have even gotten a piece of it. So Loyola's going to get the ball on the 40-yard line of Avalon. And yes, they will say Michael Lotz got the block. So a really nice defensive play there for Loyola. And they get pretty decent field position here. Then they'll look to get some points before the end of the first half.
It only looks like the Sticks have to move about 3 yards, the spot where the ball is, going in and on Avalon's 38-yard line. Loyola being given great field position on this play. It looks like they'll spread cross down to the bottom of the screen with Noah Bull and Ben Schleif at the top, Callahan in at fullback, and Russell in at running back.
Kean Callahan shifts. Moore's going to keep it. Tries to sidestep one defender, and he's taken down. Big play there. It's DeAndre Clifton, the senior, in the backfield. Moore attempted to make a juke move there, and it just wasn't happening.
Clifton's done a great job this game of getting into the backfield and making Moore somehow make a move and get into open space.
Joshua Buck's now come onto the field. Moore, quarterback draw. And Buck makes a really nice block, and Moore's got a pretty good gain. Excellent block there by Joshua Buck. He was in the slot, and he blocked one of the linebackers.
That's been one of Moore's strong suits in this season as a sophomore and last season even as a freshman, being able to make moves with his legs and get positive plays for Loyola. This will now be about 3rd and about 6.
Moore, another quarterback draw, and this time the Black Knights are all over it. 3 white jerseys in the vicinity there, and it's going to be 4th down for the Dons.
Looks like Loyola's going to have to go for it, as they're still too close to punt the ball, but still out of range of Caleb Sanders. It looks like they'll put 3 to the right and have Keegan Pross at solo at the top of the screen. Moore drops back.
And he throws on the run. It's caught by Micah Robinson. Robinson makes a nice move.
Great job there by Micah Robinson, being able to make a move with his legs, give Loyola a first down.
So Loyola's got a minute and a half here. One more little gain here puts them in comfortable field goal range. Moore with Robinson. Play action. Pass is bobbled. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Joshua Buck.
It looks like on that play, Joshua Buck tried to catch that with his chest and it just bounced off. Gonna give Loyola now a 2nd and 10. It looks like Loyola will still be keeping Micah Robinson in at the backfield.
And Russell has been on the sideline for a lot of the second quarter here. Robinson gets the carry. And it's 3rd down for Loyola. Moore by himself in the backfield. Quarterback draw, makes a move. And that's not going to be enough for the first down, so the Loyola field goal unit's going to come out onto the field, and they take a timeout. So, Joe, 49 seconds remaining here in the first half. First half that's been dominated by Avalon. If you're Coach Zayu, what do you look to improve on in the second half?
I think you got to definitely look at improving your offensive line, being able to stop so far unstoppable rush by Avalon, especially with DeAndre Clifton and Carlo Jones, making more either rush his passes, which have been majority of them have been incomplete, or making him try to scramble out of the pocket.
And so Loyola's offense going to come back now, back onto the field, and it appears they're going to go for it. So on 4th down, the Dons are going to go for it. Under a minute remaining here in the first half. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Keegan Pross at the top. Micah Robinson, Jordan Moore in the backfield. Read option. And Moore's dropped immediately.
And it looks like Moore was trying to do a read option there with Micah Robinson, but both Robinson and Moore got attacked, so Moore had no choice but just to pull it. Hopefully try to make some sort of a big play and get stopped behind the line. It will be Avalon ball at about their own 21-yard line.
So the Black Knights now get the ball back under a minute. And we'll see what they can do. So it's crucial for Loyola's defense to not surrender any more points here. Vance drops back. Pass is caught. It's Smoot. Avoids the tackle of Rush. And Smoot's still free. Finally brought down by Madigan and Joshua Buck with a really, really nice play there by Elijah Smoot off the pass from Clay Vance.
And Smoot's been doing a great job there of trying to making plays with his agility, being able to juke out defenders and throw them off of him.
And Smoot's caught a whole bunch of passes here in this first half. Wishbone formation again, 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Play action, pressure coming in the backfield. No flag there, and the pass is going to be caught. Lavelle Armstead, and he fumbled the football, and it's going to be picked up by Thomas Kern, so the Dons get the ball back with 8 seconds to go.
A great job there by Loyola secondary, especially at the end of that play. Being able to take that ball from Lavelle Armstead and having Kern pick that up and falling on it at about their own 27-yard line. Looks like Loyola's going to be looking for a miracle here, hopefully trying to get into the end zone.
And Joe, here, do you have time to possibly get a quick throw to the sideline, try to get in field goal range, or do you just pretty much have to go to the end zone at this point?
If you're going to throw to the sideline, you're going to have to make it somewhat short of a shorter pass. But if you're going to go to the end zone, this is the time to do it.
Moore with Russell in him, in the backfield with him. Pass, caught. It's a lateral, and another lateral. Russell falls on it, and that's going to be the end of the first half.
It looks like there's going to be a flag on this play.
So the referee's going to discuss here.
They're looking like it might be. It might either be a face mask, and it will be. It will be a face mask. It looks like Loyola will get one more opportunity.
So we'll have an untimed down here. And this play is going to be moving up 15 yards.
Loyola being given better field position now at their own 47-yard line. Shorter throw for Moore if he wants to get to the end zone. But still, a big chunk of yardage.
So we will have an untimed down. Joshua Buck, top of your screen. Keegan Prost and Henry Tolker, bottom of your screen. Micah Robinson. Prost in motion. Moore. Pressure coming. He feels it, steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, and he's got a man. It's going to be incomplete. Noah Bull was going down the seam there. And that concludes the first half. Avalon up 21-0. We will be back when the second half starts to bring you more coverage of Senior Day. I'm Carson Ware, Joe Aldridge with me.
Loyola Blakefield has educated boys in the Jesuit tradition since 1852. Each year, another group of us leaves the hollow as men for others with unlimited potential. We forge our own paths, spreading far and wide to make our mark upon the world. We represent multiple generations and possess unique gifts. But all dons are bound by one common thread, a transformation that was kindled right here at Loyola Blakefield. As we go forth and set the world on fire, we must never forget where that spark came from. Together, we must lay the foundation for future generations of Loyola dons. Together, we will ignite.
And we welcome all of you back to Hardigan Field, the site of today's senior game between Loyola and Avalon. Avalon leads the Dons 21-0. We're just a little bit away from the start of the second half. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. Joe, tough first half for the Dons. What were the Black Knights doing that made them so successful?
They've been providing a very strong pass rush that's been making Jordan Moore either forces his throws or try to get out of the pocket and most of the time getting sacked. They've especially been rushing with seniors DeAndre Clifton and Carlo Jones.
And on the Dons side, what can they do to improve in the second half?
They definitely need to look to capitalize when Clay Vance or Benny Barnes is lofting those deep passes. They need to be able to get up there and spot that ball and be able to capitalize with at least an interception or a block.
And the second half just about to get underway here. 24 minutes left of football. And again, they go with the pooch kick. Bucci's under it, and he makes the play. So Loyola's going to get, once again, good field position. Fresh start, fresh half for Loyola. They're down 21, but a lot of time remaining.
We got 11:59 remaining in the third quarter after a little pooch kick from freshman Josh Pitzenberger.
Jordan Moore and the offense coming out onto the field now. Ben Schleif and Mason Rush to the bottom of your screen. Moore and Adrian Russell in the backfield. Keen Callahan also at the fullback position. One-on-one coverage top of the screen. Moore, handoff, Russell. Running behind Callahan. Picked up one or two.
Solid stop there by number 52, Tayon Lewis, playing linebacker, giving Loyola a stop of gain of only about 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Dons. So far, most of this game, they've been isolating Keegan Pross at the top of the screen.
Moore looks the way of Pross. Almost had him on a slant. Pass was broken up. Satchel McKinney on the coverage. So it'll be third down for the Dons at their own 42-yard line.
And it's these moments in the game when you're third and almost deep that they need to capitalize, and they just so far haven't been able to this game.
Moore steps up in the pocket, feels the pressure, throws. It's caught by Mason Rush across midfield. Takes a big hit, and we've got an injured player for the Black Knights. So Loyola does get it across midfield. Jaden Ashby appeared to be shaken up on that play, and he's going to stay on.
But it looks like that play will be coming back where it's a holding on Loyola. Another play killer on that one as Loyola would have gotten a first down, and that's happened on quite a few plays where we've been able to get solid yards. And it looks like it'll be going back extremely deep. It'll be a 3rd and 30. Once again, Loyola facing this yardage earlier in this game.
Moore and Russell in the backfield. Moore takes the snap. Pressure coming. He rolls out to his left, and he throws it away. Once again, good pressure there. That Avalon pass rush getting in the backfield consistently.
And it looked like junior defensive lineman Chaz Wallace broke through the line on that play, and Moore just had to get out there and try to get the pass somewhere not where a receiver is, and just had to get that out of bounds.
Connor Gills on the punt here. And trouble with the snap. And the ball comes out. It's going to be a touchdown for Avalon. Confusion there for Loyola. And the special teams unit for Avalon puts 6 more on the board. Number 34, Brandon Hilliard with the scoop and score. And Gills down on the play.
It's not a good sign for Loyola with your punter going down. But it looks like Gill just couldn't handle the snap on that play and tried to get it off as he went to pick it up, just couldn't get it off, and that ball got scooped and picked up by Hilliard for the touchdown. And with that injury, we're going to go to a short break.
And we'll be right back. And we welcome all of you back. Connor Gill helped off the field by the trainers. So the score stands 27-0 Avalon over the Dons. And they're on to attempt the extra point. Pitzenberger. And whistles before the play.
It looks like Elijah Smoot is being pulled off the field because his back plate is showing. And one of the rules for high school football is you're not allowed to show any hardware, such as part of your shoulder pads or a back plate. And that will cause a player to be ejected for one play.
The kick is good. Avalon up 4 touchdowns over the Dons. So the Loyola kick return unit now back onto the field. And so hard game so far for the Dons. They've fought hard. Still a lot of time left to mount a comeback, but they're going to need to do this thing right now, right on this drive here, Joe.
Definitely. This is the point in time where Loyola needs to make some sort of a play and try to gain some sort of momentum to help them get something up on the board.
So Avalon lining up to kick the ball away to Loyola. Moore and Robinson are back deep, but this one will most likely go to Bucci or Thomas Kern. And the kick is muffed. Kevon Anderson was able to hold on to it, though. He came flying in to make the catch. So no harm done, as Loyola will retain possession of the ball.
It looks like Anderson was just trying to make a play, looking to get something started, which you can't really get mad at that when you're down 28-0 and you need something big to happen. But almost a big mishap there, as he almost dropped that kick.
Low snap, Moore handles it, steps up in the pocket, he's going to run with it. Moore across the 40, and he's taken down.
And that's been one of Loyola's hard suits, especially in this game. With that pocket breaking down and no receivers being open, Moore's trying to make room and space, but those corners are collapsing, especially with Paul Tangelo there making a big play.
Motion. It's Robinson, makes a spin move, and he's dropped immediately. Big time play there. It's Carlo Jones again, as we talked about. He's been a big part of this pass rush.
Especially on that play, it was Carlo Jones and Chaz Wallace getting in there and stopping Micah Robinson. Especially Jones. He's been having a great game today, getting inside past junior tackle Michael Lotz.
Moore, time to throw. The pass is high for Micah Robinson. It's incomplete. And that's a shame. He was open on that one. 4th down for the Dons. Connor Gill appears to have shaken it off. He's back out to punt this one. Gill punts it, and it's a pretty good punt. It's going to be fielded. McKinney makes his move, flag down across the 50, down to the 40. Big return there for the Black Knights, but there is a flag on the play.
And a great job defensively there by junior linebacker Connor Nicholas making the tackle. It looks like that'll be coming back as there is a blindside block, which in high school it is illegal to make a blindside block unless you use hands to initiate contact.
Block in the back, not Avalon. 10-yard penalty from the spot.
So that return will be pushed back. The Black Knights offense back out on the field. Amir Jordan got that carry.
A great job there by Thomas Kern and Kean Callahan flying up the field, making that tackle for a gain of about 1 for Jordan, making it a 2nd and 9.
And Anton Reed coming back out onto the field now. Him and Jordan have been splitting carries today. And they've been doing the same thing at quarterback. This drive, it's Clay Vance starting things out, but expect to see more of Benny Barnes before the end of this game. The motion man is Armstead. It's a screen pass. And Schmutz got the ball. Taken down around the 40.
Smart play there by Avalon, using your motion man to help out with a tunnel screen there. And allowing Smoot to get open in a wide open space in the middle of the field, being able to gain a 1st down.
And here's the snap. Running with it now. It's Reed. The play continues, and he's taken down. Pretty close to midfield here. 8 minutes remain here in the 3rd quarter. And Reed appears to be shaken up a little bit after the play, so he'll come off the field.
With that, it will be a 2nd and 1 for Avalon.
Vance with Jordan next to him in the backfield. And they call Jordan's number.
Good job there by Jordan, being able to get up the middle for a gain of about 2 yards, which was able to give them a 1st down. And it looks like senior lineman Trevor Maddow going to come in for Alex Chachula.
Vance and Jordan in the backfield. Trips to the top of your screen. Play action. Smoot lines up for a screen. They don't give it to him. Instead, they go right over the middle. And a big play. Making the catch is Todd Simmons. Simmons down inside the 20. So a really nice gain there for the Black Knights.
Good job there by Vance, being patient and putting a nice pass across the middle of the field to Todd Simmons, who was able to find space and get to the 20-yard line.
And the snap. Loyola brings pressure. Vance looks to scramble. He does. He gets around the edge. Moore's finally made the tackle. The ball comes out. And now running with it is Mason Rush. So the turnover there by Vance. He tried to scramble. Moore made the hit. He's going to get a forced fumble. Rush picked it up, ran it out to about the 20. So Loyola's going to get the ball here. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
And a good job there by Moore, dropping his shoulder into the ball where Vance had it and getting that ball to pop out and making it available for where Mason Rush could pick it up and get to about the 23-yard line. Excuse me, 21.
The receivers on this play, Noah Bull, Ben Schleif, and Keegan Pross. Russell in the backfield with Moore. A lot of movement before the snap. Flags fly. And it's going to be a false start on the offense. Looks like a lot of the linemen started moving and the ball hadn't been snapped yet.
It looks like there was just miscommunication there, which is going to drive Loyola back another 5 yards and give them a 1st and 15. Not what you're looking for to start off a drive.
Here's the snap to Moore. Play action. Fakes. Now looks over the top. And Keegan Pross fell down. Ball was a little bit overthrown.
A great job there by Pross, being able to stutter, drawing off the corner, and being able to get behind him. Just the ball by Moore, just a little overthrown. And Pross isn't able to get it.
Moore gets a snap. He's back to throw again. Screen pass. And it's caught by Kevon Anderson. And he'll be taken down. So 3rd down for the Dons. Down 4 scores. They'll need to make something happen here.
It's a good idea there by Loyola. Looking to open it up with a screen pass. Just not able to convert, with Anderson getting stopped right as he catches the ball.
Moore with Russell next to him. Noah Bull top of the screen. Play action, Moore. Design rollout. He throws, and he's got Bull on a comeback. Looks like it won't be enough for the 1st down, however. So 4th down for Loyola. Gill back out to punt.
One of the strong suits for Loyola today has been their special teams and being able to try to make plays on their special teams, except for one of those punts where they just got picked off.
The punt's muffed. Still not controlling it is Satchel McKinney, but he's made a big play out of it up the sideline. And Adam Will is finally able to make the stop, along with Andy Jores. Wow, a broken play. Satchel McKinney really didn't handle that punt well, and then he got past the 50, turned on the Jets. Great field position to start here for Avalon.
McKinney's done a great job of making plays for Avalon, especially on that punt return, being able to gain great yards and give Avalon great field position.
So the Avalon offense now. And it's going to be Benny Barnes out as the quarterback here. Wishbone formation again. Barnes. Play action. And he's dropped. Mason Rush was the first one in the backfield, along with Trevor Madigan. So a big play there for the Dons defense that pushes back Avalon. Flag after the play. We'll see what the call is.
And it looks like that flag will be on senior offensive lineman Colin Vaughn, as he looked to get very mad, and it looked like he was about to throw a punch a junior defensive lineman, Michael Lotz.
And yes, it will be a personal foul on Avalon. So, even more yards moving back.
And it looks like it'll be a 2nd and 30 for Avalon. Familiar sight in this game. Familiar sight in this game with having long yardages, especially in 30-plus yards.
Benny Barnes gets the call from the sideline, comes out. Avalon breaks the huddle. One receiver to the top of your screen, 2 on the bottom. Play clock running a little bit low. Man in motion. Drops back to pass. It's a screen. And it's caught. Jordan. Tackle made by Mason Rush. Across the 25, down near the 20. We have dipped under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter.
A good job there by Loyola's defense, making Benny Barnes loft that pass up a little higher than he probably wanted to Amir Jordan, but Jordan was still able to get that and get a solid gain of about 10.
Here's the snap. Play action. Pressure coming off the edge. The ball's on the ground. It's scooped up. It's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. Mason Rush is in the backfield. He's had a nice game today.
Mason Rush has done a very good job, especially on this drive, getting in at the quarterback, especially in this so far in this drive. Benny Barnes, making him either pull the ball for a sack or strip him and make that ball come loose.
Barnes awaits the snap. Here it is. Play action. Pressure coming off the edge. Again, it's Rush. Nearly brought down. Still on his feet, and finally, it's Micah Robinson to finish him off.
Great job there, especially on this drive for Avalon, being able to stop that Avalon Black Knights offense, which has been dominating this game.
And now will we see the punt team here for Avalon. Oh, correction, it's going to be a 1st down for Loyola. So Jordan Moore, the man at the helm of this offense, coming out. Russell in the backfield with him. Noah Bull, Ben Schleif, bottom of the screen. Buck comes out late. Trips now, bottom of the screen. Moore gets a snap. Flags down on the play. The pass was caught. It was Tolker with the catch.
Looks like the refs will be ruling that incomplete, and there is a flag down on the play. It looks like it'll be a false start on Loyola. That penalty will be declined. It looks like Avalon will decline that penalty, and it'll make it a 2nd and 10.
Snap to Moore, and he's going to keep it. Finds himself a pretty nice gain up around the 30-yard line.
Moore doing a good job on that play of being able to find a small hole, but being able to wheezy his way on through there and getting a good gain of about 8.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Handoff, Russell. Gets the ball, gets his first touch in a while.
Looks like for Russell that'll be a gain of about 0 yards. And it looks like it'll be 4th down for Loyola.
4th down, and Loyola is going to go for it here.
And it looks like they're going to go for it.
About a minute and a half remaining here in the 3rd quarter, so time running out. Loyola's going to try to keep the offense on the field and get a fresh set of downs here.
Bold move here.
Moore rolls out, looking for a receiver, and he's got a man. It's Tolker. Tolker across the 40 takes a big hit. So it is going to be enough to pick up the 1st down, but wow, Tolker was walloped.
A great job there of Tolker staying on his route and coming across the field, securing that catch and securing the ball even when getting nailed by 2 Avalon defenders.
So it is going to go as a 1st down. Big play for Tolker. Handoff, Russell. And he's wrapped up. DeAndre Clifton. He's been everywhere today.
Russell's been struggling this game on trying to get positive yards as he loses 1 yard on that play.
Moore gets the snap. Steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to roll out to his left. Looks for his man, and it's incomplete. Satchel McKinney delivered the hit there on Ben Schleif, and Schleif looks to be a little bit shaken up. Final 30 seconds here, the 3rd quarter. Excuse me.
Especially in this quarter, Moore's been having to turn some three-step drop passes into rollouts because of the pressure applied by that Avalon defensive line with DeAndre Clifton and Carlo Jones.
Moore. Pressure coming. Gets away. Pass was intended for Schleif. Off his hands and then off his chest.
Looks like it'll be 4th down and about 11 for Loyola.
So 4th down again. Loyola's going to try to they're going to have to try to pick this up again. They were able to do it last time.
And it looks like for the 2nd straight set of plays, Loyola will be going for it on 4th down.
Buck in motion. Long down the field. And it's going to be intercepted. Jaden Ashby. It's going to be intercepted by Ashby. And now he's on the return. He's at the 50. And finally wrapped up. Michael Lotz was the one that delivered the hit. There is a flag on the play. So Jaden Ashby there with the big play.
It looks like Moore was looking for Noah Bull, but Bull had run into 3-man coverage, which, with that ball being overthrown, is almost a guarantee for an interception. Looks like it'll be a penalty on Avalon, and it'll drive them backwards. It looks like it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Nine seconds remain here in the 3rd quarter. So Avalon discussing here on the sideline.
It looks like Avalon's coaches are not happy with that call. But it'll be first down and 10 on their own 40-yard line. And it looks like they'll bring back out Benny Barnes Jr. at quarterback.
Barnes with Anton Reed to his left. Trips receivers to the top. Barnes, pressure coming for Loyola. They almost got there. The ball's in the air, and he threw it away. It was Thomas Kern and Kean Callahan there in the backfield.
Looks like Callahan might have affected that throw there, as it appears that he hit Barnes' arm as he threw it, which made that ball appear to go a little far and sky that up.
So Second down, 4 seconds remaining. This will be the final play of the third quarter. Clay Vance has come back out. The motion man to Smoot. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. And it's a handoff. Third quarter ends. And, wow, Anton Reed showing off his strength there. Took 3 guys to bring him down. So that will conclude the third quarter. Avalon leads Loyola 28-0. I'm Carson Ware, with me Joe Eldridge.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm Joe Eldridge here with Carson Ware at the beginning of the fourth quarter of Loyola Senior Day against the Avalon Black Knights here at Harganen Field.
Just got it away. It's a screen pass. Ball came out. Kevon Anderson with a nice play there defensively. It's going to be a minimal gain there for the Black Knights.
A great play there by the athletic defensive lineman, Kevon Alpha Anderson, making a big play and making Avalon lose 1 yard on a tunnel screen.
And Clay Vance in the backfield. Jordan next to him. A little bit of a low snap. Vance handles it, throws over the middle, just out the reach of Bucci. It's caught by Elijah Smoot. Media Bucci almost had that one.
A great throw there by Clay Vance, forcing that throw into that small window, and that going right over Bucci's hands and getting into the hands of Smoot.
And that was a gutsy throw by Vance there. That could have easily been picked off. Tight formation here, and it's a pitch to Jordan. Looks to work the outside. Pretty nice gainer.
There's a flag on the play, and that looks like it'll be coming back.
Flags fly. Alex Chacha lost his helmet.
And it looks like the ref has asked senior lineman Joshua McCall to leave the field after Bennett Charlie's helmet has been thrown off. And it looks like that play will be coming back as Joshua Buck was held on the edge.
Michael Lott's coming back onto the field.
It looks like there was a penalty called on Loyola.
And so they're going to move the ball up.
A big loss there for Avalon, as they lost 26 yards on that play, and it'll be a 1st and 36. It'll be a timeout, Avalon.
And Joe, 11 minutes remaining here. What do you try to do if you're the Dons? Just try to get something going.
Definitely, you're definitely going to want to look to rush Vance, as he's done a very poor job today of throwing under pressure, especially when he's been lofting those passes, which are easy to pick off. So Loyola needs to rush, especially with Mason Rush, who's done a great job today. of being able to rush the quarterback.
So tough place to begin a drive here. Get a drive underway here for the Black Knights. The score stands 28-0. 11.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Clay Vance by himself here in the backfield. 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. And he's going to keep it. And he makes a move to beat Amidio Pucci and gets out of bounds near the 50. And a flag flies after the play.
And it looks like there's a late hit there made by number 6, Corey McLeod. On this drive, Avalon's been very sloppy with plays, as there have been 2 personal fouls and a holding.
So the referees discuss what they're going to call here.
Looks like there appears to be helmet-to-helmet contact made on a block. And it will be now 1st and 35.
And here's the snap. And he's dropped immediately. Big play by the Loyola defense.
A great job on that play by Callahan and Rush, stopping Amir Johnson behind the line, which makes it now 2nd and 38.
Play action. Vance keeps it. Stop for a small gain. Kean Callahan on the tackle.
It looks like Loyola's been trying to rush on that one side with Mason Rush and Kean Callahan, and they've been very effective.
Break it down, Max, break it down.
Here's the snap to Vance. Vance rolls out to his left. He throws. Big hit by Jordan Moore. The pass is complete. Wow, Jordan Moore. He hit Smoot pretty hard right there.
Great job there by Moore, realizing that pass was coming back as Smoot turned around for that comeback, and Moore just lowering his shoulder in the back of Smoot.
Jordan Elbert's lined up in the slot as a DB. And the pass is caught. Jason Stott advancing the ball for Avalon. Coming up on 9 minutes remaining here in the game. It's going to be a first down for the Black Knights.
Looks like Dons will be bringing out their offense, hopefully looking to put something up on the board as they're still down 28-0.
Thomas Kearns lined up as a wide receiver. Moore under center. Play action. Pressure. Moore rolls out. Throws long. He's looking for his man and nearly intercepted by Satchel McKinney. He was looking for Thomas Kern down the field.
And it looked like Moore was just trying to launch that ball downfield, looking to avoid getting sacked. And that almost got picked off by Satchel McKinney, who's been all over the field on defensive side and on punt returns. but it's just a little short.
Andy Juarez and Kern on the field. Russell. Nothing doing on that play. It'll be 3rd down.
It looks like it will be about 3rd and 13 for Loyola at their own 34-yard line.
So Loyola here in a tough spot, 3rd down in their own territory. Trey Oakley's coming to the game. He'll line up in the slot next to Keegan Pross. Jordan Moore, 2 receivers on either side of him. Moore steps up, throws, got him, Keegan Pross near the 40.
Great catch there by Pross, being able to get about 7 yards on that play, making it 4th and 6 or 7 for Loyola, and they will be going for it.
And Joe, in this situation in the game, you really got no choice here but to go for it, do you?
No, you really don't have a choice because you're already down 28-0. You've got nothing to lose.
Moore got his man. It's Bull across midfield. Good enough for the 1st down, so Loyola's going to get a fresh set of downs, and they're now in Avalon territory.
Great job there by running back Trey Oakley, making a good block, allowing the defender not to be able to touch Noah Bull for him allowed to get the 1st down. Making some big key stops.
Moore, 2 receivers on either side of him. By himself in the backfield. Quick throw out of the reach of Micah Robinson. Jason Scott was on the coverage.
And with that incompletion, it will be 3rd and 9 for Loyola at the Avalon 39.
Five receiver set, Moore by himself in the backfield. Here comes the pressure. The pocket collapses. Moore taken down around the 35-yard line. It's TJ Ward. He's been everywhere today. Explosive play there by Ward. Punt team coming out here for the Dons.
It'll be a 4th and 22, and they'll bring out Connor Gill to punt the ball.
Gill. It's a good punt. And it's going to go over the head of McKinney. And
a little controversy there, as it looked like Satchel McKinney might have touched that ball after right before Trey Oakley picked it up, but they'll say it'll be Avalon ball at the 8-yard line.
so Avalon's going to get the ball inside their own 10. Pretty tough field position here.
And we'd like to thank all the people who have been involved with this stream, our cameraman, Matt Moore, and our club moderator, Mr. Nitty, our producer, Darian Anderson, and the commentators, myself, Joe Eldridge, and Carson Ware.
And here's the snap. And now getting to the outside and finally brought down around the 20 is Josh Pitzenberger.
A good 14-yard carry there by Pitzenberger as he's able to find a hole on the backside and able to cut up the field for a solid gain.
Here's the snap. Pressure, it's a screen, he gets it away. And a big gain here. Across the 40. Pitzenberger.
It looks like there will be a man down there for Avalon. And with this injury, we will be going to a short break. And welcome back, everybody. I'm Joe Eldridge here with Carson Ware. As number 56, Chaz Wallace is coming off from Avalon. It will be Avalon ball at their own 15-yard line.
Avalon breaks the huddle. 5.5 minutes remaining here in this contest. 28-0. The Dons trail. Here's the snap. Vance. It's a pitch. Looking for running room to the outside. Driven back. Really nice play there by Micah Robinson, the freshman.
Looks like they were just looking for a pitch to number 31, Sean Wooden Jr., but Wooden was not able to find any room and loses about 3 yards.
And we're under the 5-minute mark. It's going to be second down. Tough situation here inside their own 10. Vance throws, it's complete. Across the middle. And it's Brady McLaney on the catch. And a short run after catch.
It'll be 3rd and 14 for the Black Knights at their own 18-yard line.
Third down for the Dons. Bucci and Kern now back up. Pocket collapsing. Pressure, throwing on the run, and the catch is made around the 40-yard line by Nicholas Labov. And wow, that's a really nice play there by Avalon.
Great job there by Clay Vance being patient and waiting for LeBoy to find his way open and getting that ball just off in time before Mason Rush was about to hit him.
Vance in the backfield. Here's the snap. And it's a handoff. Wooden finds no room to run. He's dragged down. Michael Lotz and Bucci on the tackle. Flag comes in after the play. We'll see what this is about.
And it looks like that might be on Bennett Trarg for a late hit.
And this is really nice by Coach Zay. We're going to see a lot of the seniors now come onto the field to play.
It looks like they're going to wave off the flag.
So for the rest of this game, most likely all the seniors are going to get their chance to play and have their hard work be recognized. Michael Lott's coming off the field. He'll be replaced by Alex Chachula at defensive tackle.
And it looks like there's a penalty on Loyola. It looks like it'll be a 15-yard penalty on Loyola, most likely for unnecessary roughness.
So they're going to move the ball up. Under 4 minutes here remaining in this contest. Avalon with the ball and a 4-touchdown lead. And again, the officials stop play.
And it looks like there's an issue with the chains as they had not moved.
Here's the snap. Handoff, Wooden. Pretty big hole in the middle. Cuts it to his left. Thomas Kern lost his helmet. Adrian Russell's going to come onto the field on defense.
And it looks like Andy Jarris and Colby Young will the two seniors will come in for Philip Lorenzo and Kean Callahan.
So a lot of seniors on the field for the Dons, a lot of experience. Wooden tries cutting it to the outside, and that play went nowhere.
Good stop there by Adrian Russell.
And things get a little chippy after the play. Colby Young not happy.
Looks like it'll be a 3rd and about 3 or 4.
It's 3rd down.
Come on, Blue, let's go.
Vance. Pressure coming. And it's not able to get there. He completes the pass on the run. Really nice catch there. Elijah Smoot. And he's been everywhere today. No question, Clay Vance is #1 target.
It looks like there is another flag on the. Looks like there's another flag on the field. And it's looking like it's going to be on Avalon. It'll be a 5-yard penalty for an ineligible lineman downfield.
Let's go, boy, get in there.
5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Avalon on 3rd down. In Loyola territory, they're driving. Pass is caught. And a big hit there by Jordan Moore. Yassine Abdallah on the catch. And it's going to move to 4th down. And we'll see what the Black Knights do here. Is the offense going to stay on the field?
Especially in this last half, Avalon's been loving to run those tunnel screens, hoping just to draw defenders upfield, looking to make room inside.
It's 4th down.
Looks like Avalon will go for it.
So Avalon's offense going to stay on the field here. Under 1.5 minutes remaining here in the senior game. 2 receivers on each side. Quarterback draw. And Vance.
Vance keeps. Josh Buck on the stop.
Great defensive plays there by Adrian Russell and Joshua Buck. Looks like it will be Loyola's ball with 1:08 remaining.
So Loyola's offense going to come out. A lot of seniors out there on the field. Moore steps up, pass too high, and is intercepted and brought down around the 45-yard line. It's Brandon Hilliard with the pick. Big play for the Black Knights.
Looks like Moore was looking for Pross over the middle, but just overthrew him just slightly as it went right over Pross's hands and then directly into the hands of Brandon Hilliard.
So the Loyola defense finds itself back on the field for the final minute of this game.
And it looks like Avalon's just going to kneel the ball out.
And we just want to thank all of you so much for tuning into this broadcast, as Loyola is going to take a tough loss here. Vance takes the knee. So the clock ticks down here. And Joe, as we go into next game, what can the Dons improve on?
I think the Dons definitely need to work on improving on their pass blocking. Just hoping to give Jordan Moore some time to get that ball off. And then they also need to work on their defensive fronts, making sure that they don't let those inside runs get too far upfield.
And that's the final kneel, and the teams are going to line up and shake hands. Thank you so much for tuning into today's broadcast. Tough loss for the Dons here. 28-0 here at home on Senior Day. Have a great night, everybody. I'm Carson Ware. Joe Eldridge with me.
Loyola Blakefield has educated boys in the Jesuit tradition since 1852. Each year, another group of us leaves the hollow as men for others with unlimited potential. We forge our own paths, spreading far and wide to make our mark upon the world. We represent multiple generations and possess unique gifts. But all Dons are bound by one common thread, a transformation that was kindled right here at Loyola Blakefield. As we go forth and set the world on fire, we must never forget where that spark came from. Together, we must lay the foundation for future generations of Loyola Dons. Together, we will ignite.